right?
And if
Right.
the president
Yo,
was
listen
on,
here.
we
Yo,
were fucked.
We was all, but him here. We was all right.
Right. But when
Oh
the,
no, you want to talk about the biggest thing? The one
We
thing,
was
the
all
one
right.
thing that they never taught in history class, and this is my favorite thing in the world. There used to be a sign that used to be underneath Blacks and United Pride. You know what it used to be? Irish either. Blacks and Irish at one point, we were discriminated so
right.
people don't know that because, and it's not to sound like an asshole, but what's 99% of the time that's taught in black history, it's taught in history in general, is black suffrage. I'm like, you know, there were a lot of other like races that have suffered. Like
That's
the
not
Native
even it.
Americans were forced
Right. First
off
of all,
their land and fucking
okay,
reservations.
okay,
Like, I was
okay.
talking
Look,
about
that's
that.
look, but that's the last. Now let me start to the beginning. Hold on, you know me. You know when I speak. Watch this, brother. The thing that I don't understand, great grandfather from Spain, Bilbao, Spain, Elizabeth Temple, cathedrals, temples, home births, different from anywhere else. Where it is being a difference that can happen, not what's commercial, not what's news. Moving on. Now you had Big Billy Island, you had Army Island, you had DA Island, and you had Tay Island. Now watch, it's as simple as this. Yo, Big Billy, you wasn't having that no more. You had your island filling up of robbers, rapists, and thieves who eye for an eye consequence. There wasn't jails at that time. You also delegated after Letterman. Yes, watch this. M, message. Watch this. Wear it as your jacket. You know why? Because you cover and take care of
Well, that's his.
your foundation, which is
actually,
your island.
Actually, he was. That was from when he was on
Citadel.
the Citadel.
Major Atkinson.
Major Atkinson.
All you up in the army?
Well,
Army, Air Force.
base, yeah,
Was
base
all
of the
service,
Air Force.
okay.
Service, yeah. But
all the service.
remember the beginning, the base. I didn't finish out. I didn't go. I went through a lot and followed a lot.
Nonetheless,
Real
You still serve.
All
At
my,
one
right
point-
there,
when- at
when my
one
hat
point-
is, you said.
blessed.
So you have
So-
you have a number that you know is a number.
Blessed.
Don't you have a number? Don't you
We-
have a-
Not
don't
until
you have-
yeah,
oh,
not
you don't have
until
it?
until
Well,
you touch
even if
that
you get
field.
to that,
Actually, Air Force never really got.
Yeah.
They know they
don't get the-
well, they don't give you the
ground.
but they got it.
Airy. So it's
According
like a
to the
whole
CID,
different-
like they have numbers.
They have numbers, but when
course,
they get
in
to
order
their
to keep
line
track.
unit, when they get to their actual, no, not line units,
duty,
Nothing on.
call on
see,
duty.
army is always the first on call.
No.
Thank
Call
you.
on duty. That's a fact. I just
Thank
said
you.
it.
Wrong. Army Rangers
Whoa,
lead
whoa,
the
whoa, whoa,
fucking
whoa,
way.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Army's always
Navy.
first.
I'm actually
I
gonna
think-
give credit because
Army
think
always
about it
first.
from this perspective.
I think it's the Navy and the SEALs.
No, 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 no,
It
no,
ain't
no,
no
no, no, no,
Army's
no.
always
no.
first.
SEAls and
The ones that technically
National
are-
Guard and the SEAls.
Hold
From
on,
what I
listen,
know.
listen,
Go ahead.
listen,
listen.
Serious?
Listen! Stop! God, everybody's talking over me. Jesus Christ. I feel like I'm arguing with 3 NCOs and a lieutenant.
So
Major, a 10-4, please. Come on. Go ahead.
So,
You mad? I'm.
no,
So, here's
I'm
the
higher
one
rank.
technically, here's the thing. You're not in anymore.
I'm
Technically,
still
you're a civilian, and I outrank you because of that now. No, I'm fucking with you, bro. I'm fucking with you.
Oh,
I'm fucking with you.
yeah.
I'm fucking with you,
Yeah.
man. I love you.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Look!
Yeah.
I'm gonna just show the action.
Look, hold on.
Still gonna burn you. But go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. Technically, if you want to be specific, the only 2 times that, all right, when it comes to an invasion, how do you think we know what targets to hit when we're supposed to hit it? It's either SF, which is Army, Special Forces is Army, or it's Navy SEALs, 99.9% of the time.
Hello.
It is.
Come out.
Huh? Whoa, Major. This.
Rangers lead.
Oh no, we're the first ones. We're the only other ones that deployed with the freaking Marines or within the same
hold on.
deployment.
Hold on. Wait. Staying on topic, we were speaking on field. We weren't talking on base and who handles.
No.
before orders out.
What are you talking
On
about?
field and on.
Army Rangers
First of all,
lead
first of all,
the way.
First of all, they send the army first. When the army can't handle,
sorry.
they go up to the Marines. And
No. National Guards and
But-
SEAls,
all
as
that.
he said,
But I'm
SEAls.
saying,
Actually,
but army's always sent first.
Okay, here's the
Always.
thing. Here's the thing. National Guard was the very first. National Guard.
Hold
Listen.
on, it's Navy SEAls and
But the National Guard,
Listen.
The Rangers
before
lead
you
the
ever-
way.
Rangers
SEAls,
lead the way.
We're
You're right.
in the rank.
We deploy with the
Rangers
Marines.
lead the way.
We
SEAls.
kick indoors with Marines.
Keep
But you
it.
got to remember, you got to remember,
guys,
Rangers we're a
SEAls.
low ass number. There's only what 1,500 of us in circulation at current moments. Marines do outnumber us.
Right. Okay.
And
we're not
so
talking about outnumber.
That's,
We're not talking about number. We're talking about who they call first.
Yes, that's
The
what I said. We're
Rangers.
gonna
We
keep.
talk-
no, it is Rangers and Marines that deploy in first, and SF on certain
You said
occasions.
it's Rangers
But
and Marines first.
how we get
Army Rangers lead
Oh, Army
the
Rangers.
way.
Okay, I said,
Yeah,
as long as
Army
Army,
Rangers.
Army
Now,
Rangers.
watch
Okay.
this. Watch this.
No, but
When-
technically, the very first ones that are boots
Let
on
him
the
finish,
ground,
let him finish.
if you want to be theoretical about it, would be Navy SEALs because
No.
they're the
Oh,
ones.
Okay,
Whoa.
No,
this is what you're
They don't
taught.
been in a
and
situation.
I don't know why. What's going on?
Right.
No. The
Look,
reason I say
old
Navy
school got to learn from new school right
The
now,
reason
man.
I say Navy SEAls is because you got to think of it from this perspective.
Oh, right,
Updated.
right.
When we invade a
That's how
country,
you
when we
make
go
it.
into
That's
war
what
with
it
another
is.
country, and we decide to put boots on the ground.
Talking about invasion.
No, invasion process. No, that is us.
Who did they send first to Afghanistan? Who did they send first
That's
to
not.
Iraq?
That's within a certain delegation
But
at that
still they
time
send-
of what's needed on
No,
what
I'm not
purpose
talking
on why they
about-
sent.
No,
You
when
can't-
I'm talking about in the
Intel.
Intel is Navy SEAls technically because they are the ones
Right.
that get the
That's
idea
it.
of
Okay.
where the SAM sites are, where the
Told y'all.
military bases are.
Right.
When it comes to the actual, let's get this shit on the road. Let's
Army
fuck the
Rangers lead
I know
the
that.
way.
He's gonna repeat
this shit until we
I don't know that.
No, because he was a Ranger too.
I
I don't have
know.
to be, but
I was
I know.
82nd and 101.
No, when
And
it comes to
101,
boots
you
on
fuck with the
literal
best.
boots
Look,
on the
You fuck
You
with the
guys
best.
lead the
die like
way.
the rest,
You
baby.
die
Yeah, of
like the
course.
Look,
rest.
I have to be real. You guys lead the way, but underground, within grounds and
I'm-
water.
I'm-
I know you're not going against it.
I'm
I just
not.
want to say it out for it to be
Okay.
for us to move on to the next. But literally, in order for you guys to know which way you're leading and to have that light be seek and found, yo, bro, they be underwater and underground. I'm just
Right.
rhyming it just like
Like-
that. So
Yeah.
in order
Right.
for you guys to
Even Air
move,
Force- even
that's
Air Force
in order for
put
you guys to
drones
move your
out.
first step.
Yeah.
Like the fuck?
They're your shadow.
Yeah, no, I'll give
So
them
we
that.
was
But what I'm
revolving
talking
around
about,
you as you walk in.
Think about
Every
it.
step they
When
come.
they had to
They
get Bin
need
Laden,
aerial view.
they sent the army first.
No,
the
actually,
army couldn't
they-
handle it. The army couldn't handle it. A lot of people got killed.
You know what?
Wait,
The army,
My mind
no,
just
no,
said
no,
that.
no, no, no,
Wait,
no,
time
no,
out.
My
no,
mind just said
Wait,
this
time
though.
out. What did you?
They are
what
right
did you
because
just say?
When they
within
did Bin
out
Laden,
and
when they
who
had the
first,
one
let
for
me
Bin
get the
Laden,
rest of that. Within
they
out
didn't-
and who
listen,
first,
listen,
they're
they
right.
didn't send the
No, no,
army-
no,
they
no.
But
sent
within
the
wanna
intel
hear-
and getting the
Time out,
grounds
time out.
before
They
they're
sent
on the ground,
army first,
time out,
and guess
time
what?
out.
When
would
they
be
sent
you
army,
guys, the Rangers and
army
the Army.
first
But
wasn't
SEALs is
trained
correct.
enough to understand
intel and
how you
moving
put somebody in a position, a
Next.
predicament where you dealing with
You
people
really think
underground.
Navy's,
No, no.
the Navy's team 6.
Actually,
Bin Laden was killed in 2008
By who? By what?
he was actually.
by a bum.
No, but
No,
SEAL,
no,
a
actually,
SEAL.
believe it
A-
or not,
a SEAL.
A-
it's a well-known rumor. I'll use rumor around the military that it was a joint operation.
Of course.
It was.
Are you serious? That's why the fucking Iranian president at the time.
No.
got
When I'm
killed.
saying
Oh,
joint operation, when I'm saying joint operation, the group that invaded, the group that attacked, that raided the compound and killed Bin Laden was
Right.
composed of Army Rangers, Navy SEAls, and not Army Rangers. Actually, that was Green Berets. That was D-Boys. It was composed of D-Boys, which is Delta Force, Navy SEAls, and Marine Marshal.
So where you get the Army Rangers
Now
from?
watch this. Watch this.
It was a crew
Now-
of like 10 or
wait,
12.
wait,
It
time
was
out,
only a
time
crew of
out.
10, a small crew.
Now tell the real story that he wasn't killed in 2012. He was actually killed in 2007.
Oh no, that I'll actually stand by. That guy was iced long before that. Before.
Oh,
but the reason,
Right.
but
And he was a CIA operative. His name was Tim Osman. So,
well, no. Here's the thing. He was a CIA operative back during the Soviet invasion.
right.
But after
But
the
he's
Soviet,
been dead. Like, Obama needed that.
yeah. Well, no.
Oh.
You gotta also think of it from this perspective, and I see the reasoning behind. No.
If you're not going to tell the truth,
Listen.
So y'all would know the untold story. So we know what they put on the news, and that's not everything.
No, the reason. Okay, listen. I'm gonna tell you right now. The reason.
copy.
The reasoning behind why we went with the 2012 story as opposed to the 2007 story was because I guarantee in 2007 he was fighting with his little insurgent group. What sells better? What sells better? What sells the war better? Essentially, him fighting alongside his troops and dying. It builds morale for them, but loses morale for us. Or saying we found him hiding in some fucking hole in Pakistan. You know, it's the same thing like when people talk about like the 9/11. When they talk about the 9/11 attacks, people say it's orchestrated. I don't think it was orchestrated because I watched the plane hit the fucking building. I literally, myself personally, was sitting in class, watched the plane hit the building.
Okay.
So, even if theoretically the United States government was involved in the 9/11 attacks, right? Even theoretically, if it was involved,
Think about it.
there was a reasoning behind it. The reasoning behind it is this. You're talking over the course of 18 years that this war has been going on. How many people have we lost? 40,000 in total. The reasoning behind it was we knew they were a threat. We knew. It wasn't. We weren't.
What else is it?
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't that we weren't sure that they were a threat. We knew they were a threat. We just didn't know when it would be a threat. So would you rather 40,000 dead over the course of 18 years, as opposed to 18 years later, they decided to launch an attack and they used a dirty bomb in New York City and they rendered 2.3 million people dead? I look at it from this perspective. It's a numbers game.
They only got 4. I know they only have 4.
It's a numbers game.
She was one
And
of them
even
that was going against a
even
certain
Drew
thing, and
can
they
back me
needed
up
it,
on
and
this
that's why
one.
they did that. That's
Drew,
crazy.
Yeah,
when it comes to the military, the military logic of the world, it's a numbers game, right?
of course.
Okay, so their theory is with the 9/11 attacks. There's a theory. There's two sides to the world.
Simpsons did it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
But there's two theories to the world. Theory one is that it was actually Bin Laden who did help orchestrate the attack on the towers. Theory two, it was the United States government that did it as an excuse. No, not for
Oh
insurance.
shit!
Their theory two was
That's what my
they
mind
orchestrated the attack as an excuse to go after Bin Laden. The thing was, we had listen.
No, I'm listening to you, but I'm gonna say something as the last third party because things comes in threes. Finish up.
Okay.
Watch this.
Listen.
Watch what I'm gonna get back
We
to.
knew that Al Qaeda was a threat. They were going to be a
And that's
massive
a native
threat at one point. Sorry, I'm looking across the street and I thought I saw somebody in OCPs and I was about to lose my shit.
What's OCP?
That's our uniform. That's the military uniform. I
Yeah,
thought at first
if
that
you
was,
see the drop on the jacket,
yeah, I thought that was some.
Well, people with military
The
shit.
thing
That's
was-
camouflage and style.
Yeah, the thing is, and it's a numbers game. And this is how the military works. This is how the United States works. It's a numbers game. And in a fucked up
remember
sort of,
numbers. That's all I'm gonna say.
in a fucked up way, I understand it from this logic. And it's a really fucked up logic, but I understand it from this logic. Over the course of 18 years that we have been in this conflict, we've lost 42,000?
44.
44,000 people. We knew at some point Al Qaeda was going to be a threat.
44.
Listen, we knew, this is over the course of 18 years.
Mm-hmm.
We knew at some point Al Qaeda was going to be a threat to us. We had intel that stated that this guy was planning an attack. So would you rather 44,000 dead over the course of 18 years,
And then
or
some more?
18 years from now they decide to launch a dirty bomb in Manhattan and kill 2.3 million people? They either set off a nuke or they set off a dirty
And
bomb.
create the new Gotham because that's exactly what the fuck is gonna
Alright,
happen
your
when that is
point.
shut the fuck down.
All right, your point.
To be real with you, the reason why that whole I am the reason.
Oh, I'll be the first one to admit to you, the United States government
Hold on,
is
let him do.
corrupt.
But he's doing this for a reason. Go ahead.
I'll be the first one to admit to you, the United States government is probably one of the most corrupt governments we have. It's in the world.
No,
But listen,
All
listen,
right,
from this
all right.
perspective, we're the only government that seems to fucking work.
I care. Now watch this. Everything that he said and what we be doing and why it's done. Hello, you think in who we trust? You think they're fucking assholes? Now, if all of that didn't happen, they learned from 18 for pre-18. Now, the last thing, death comes in threes, everything. Watch this. Oh, Trey shit. Watch this. They did it for prevention and watch this. The paper. Hello.
Actually, we spent more money on the war than we did.
Look,
than from the
no, you don't think about then as you just fought and said for. You don't think about now. You think about then. They did that for the rebuilt, for the respect, for that to be done and have three things. The fucking in order to have the reason. Now watch this. Paper, prevent. Population, prevent. Keep our paper. We got paper. Broke down. Insurance. Now watch this. Listen to me now. I'm telling y'all. You know why? I'm telling you.
I'm listening.
It's the whole equal of things. Libra, balance. Watch this. I'm getting about to be 30. I'm more even wiser. Look. Paper. Prevention. People. Watch this. Point millions of people. What he said. They did it for the paper. The paper is everything. More
That's it.
money.
That's
Look,
it.
more
It's
money,
not even a
more
matter
life,
for the-
more money.
it's-
Because it starts there. If they didn't do what he said and everything to go for that money,
Listen.
it would have never took care of everything within the background and paperwork and taking care of everything as they was out there whooping ass. As money is always
Listen,
revolving.
I
That's
know
New
for the
York.
I
That's
know for the
USA.
fact that what hit
It's my turn.
Listen, okay, I knew for a fact that the things that hit the building were planes. They weren't the missiles or everything that everybody said they were, because I was literally sitting in my classroom and watched the second plane hit the fucking building. Yes, I know now we
I
have
walked
missiles.
out of that building the day before that. My mom, and the first time I ever went like this to see a building bend and knew it was straight up, it was amazing. The day before.
I said, I'll go last.
You all in our last third.
Ready?
When you ready. Go ahead.
What building got hit?
It was Tower 1. Tower 1 was the first
What
building.
building?
Twin
got-
Towers.
Right. What was it called?
The World Trade Center.
Right. What was in those
It's
buildings?
the second biggest stock market that we have.
Not about that intel.
What was never recovered in the debris?
Listen, bonds.
Not intel. All fouls.
No, plane wreckage.
World Trade Center.
Well, you also got to remember our stocks.
Gold.
Say it one more time. The fouls.
Gold.
The fouls.
Diamonds.
The fouls.
Rubies.
The fouls. Because that stuff is not honestly there.
But
there.
From the
Wait,
fucked up.
It's concealed and kept, but
Yeah.
the fouls on those things.
It was a money's game. It is a money's
creates a
game.
confusion.
I
No, we have to
did
say
not
these for you to
think-
continue.
All right.
No, no,
creates a-
because I didn't say nothing when any that was not recovered. Now, WTC 1 went down. Nothing hit that. Correct me if I'm wrong. The third building that went down. What hit it?
That one I still haven't figured out to this day.
What-
It looked like it was debris that hit it. I don't know 100%.
No, it both both
Both towers came down. All right.
and WTC 1 came down.
WTC 2 came down the same way.
Right. The third building, nothing hit it.
Yeah.
It was like,
but like
it was
I
where
said-
some just big fire or boom. You're right, and it's down the fucking block of
first
it.
of all, it's demolition.
Well, actually, no. There.
Are
Hold
you-
on.
are you
Listen,
serious?
listen.
Just let him say what
Listen,
say. You do your
And
fathering.
are
You're
you
young,
serious?
you
I
know.
was EOD. That was
I
controlled
know,
fucking
I know.
demolition.
Listen
Let
to
him
me,
say
though.
what he said.
Listen.
Then
You also
got
got to remember, yes, it looked like control. So there's a chance that they did set off shape charges to bring the building down to prevent it from going this way. Which is a better scenario? It goes down or it goes sideways?
or spread within the circumference.
Hey, hold up.
Control even
Hold
more.
up. But you were
Circumference
EOD.
control.
You've seen what a plume does. You've seen what a plume does. I've seen what a plume does. It wipes out
Both
everything.
buildings went down.
This.
Boom.
Okay, and I'm not saying that it was a controlled.
Hold
I'm not
on.
saying it was a controlled explosion. In all honesty, I believe there was a reasoning behind the controlled explosion. It was to prevent. Listen, when a building falls, you're right. When a controlled building falls, it falls center. When a building's been struck, it falls left or right.
Which of those two buildings fell anyway?
No, that's
Except
what
for
that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you. Listen, I'm agreeing with you, Drew. If it was a control, it most likely was a controlled explosion. But they looked at it from a logical standpoint. Would you rather the building come straight down or go down right or left?
Back
it goes
on
down.
prevention.
It goes down right or left.
I know,
It
so
takes
I
out
got you.
more. It
I
takes
got
out more people. It
Listen.
hurts more people.
Gotcha. When did you have you ever heard jet fuel burning through steel?
Oh no, it's possible. Jet fuel does burn fucking hot. You know that as well as I do.
It can't burn through steel.
You also got to remember those buildings were built like in the 20s.
It can't. Time out. I would take a car that was made in the 20s. That one of these.
Listen, like I said, it was a controlled blast. I will agree with you, it's a
Thank
controlled
you.
blast.
Appreciate it.
But look at it from my perspective. Look at it from an EOD perspective. Would you rather? You've got a building.
You don't really need it anymore. You know, my word is not my word and what I care about. I care about everybody else's. God took and used. You don't really need that much more for the night. Let me get a little
Are
cup.
you serious?
Let me get a little cup.
Now, you know what's
I
funny?
know you
Now, you know
OG
what's funny?
and
Hear
you
me out.
Are
control.
you serious?
Now, you know what's funny? How can you tell a person how much they can drink?
But look at it from
just-
That's like a person telling you how much you can smoke.
Good.
That's the truth. But
As
I
the
just
OD.
said I only speak truth out of
Oh, you
upstairs.
okay?
what have you
that was
seen
a
more
really-
I'm a
damage?
sideline.
No,
But guess what?
Have you seen
just
more
told me.
damage from a
That's
building
what-
going
that's
straight
what-
down or a
You let
building
them
going left or
twist
right?
you. Yo,
Of
go to
course.
bed. Sleep.
Always split.
So yes, if it, all right,
Where
Ask.
my fingers
Wait,
are.
time out.
I
Time
said,
out.
please let me get a little bit where my fingers are. That's why I asked over.
Let me pause.
yeah, go ahead.
Ask. Don't say, "Oh, it's God saying I don't need no more."
Don't do that. Especially take a guy that's
My
actually.
mind is honestly saying, listen to them within certain grown people over a certain age. You don't do that, but you still speak to the youth within a certain way. I got you. It's saying you still do you, Tay, but listen, I got you.
Listen, as far as I do believe it,
Do that.
I do believe it was I do believe it was a controlled blast, but I look at it from the necessity point. Would you rather the building go left or right and take out more population, or would you rather the building come straight down? The people that were on the floor below where the plane hit, they were salvageable. You could get them out.
This is a filter. It was done at last pull. That's why it happened.
The people that were in above it, that stairwell was wiped out.
Right. I'm not talking about.
But you have to think about this. When you may say, everybody may have a theory. Think about it.
Their own
All-
opinion.
look,
Their own
all the big
opinion.
buildings right there downtown.
Their own
A lot of these
opinion.
structures can fall down.
It's not a
If you
fact.
had
It's
building
not
that's
about.
gonna
It's
fall-
not about a theory or opinion right now. The reason why he's saying what he's saying, it's about fact. This is about. See, the next thing I'm talking about. This is now. No, look. Now this is about trust. You see, you're looking at it as news is news and whatever info is info. But as you know him, you wouldn't be standing here to trust the drink around him. Even though
Okay.
that's why. You see how you taught me something?
Yeah.
I always tell people you gotta allow people to finish.
But you gotta
first.
remain teachable.
Exactly. Feel me? And you always have to listen.
But
You
I'm gonna
see,
tell you something.
you are the teachers, but what I'm supposed to do, listen. But sometimes teachers even gotta what?
First of all, I
Listen in
too.
order to.
Listen, you can learn from a baby. Of course. You just gotta listen. If you ain't open-minded,
I just told you that. Exactly. Well, oh, we got each other. Boom. Bless. Let's go get this herb real quick. We got. Nah, they can't walk with us to go
No,
get
I'm
some.
saying,
Even though it's
no,
legalized and all
you
that,
go.
we're gonna still ask them. I was gonna do the same, but I thought about it.
It's one of two sides of the coin. Flip the coin side one was it was a terrorist attack. It was a legitimate attack made by an Al Qaeda organization.
Now, this
Flip
is
it
when
aside,
you have to
point
listen
two.
and understand. Everything is a 50-50, a light and a dark, a yin and a yang. That's why that coin has a heads and a tails.
And then-
now, what he's saying. Come
But he
on, Drew. Come on, Drew.
You said, "Come on, you didn't hear."
Go ahead, Drew. But I'm just saying, I had to
But
do that
that
so you can
same
understand. All right.
Can fall on its side.
Exactly. The same coin can fall on its side, but what are the odds of it
But
falling
that's
on its
back
side?
on
It's like a
the one half of the
0.001.
truth, which is this. Yeah, he's right. But, well, listen, man.
Bro, listen.
All right, I know.
I didn't listen.
He didn't.
Stop listening to anyone. I'm not. We're having a discussion.
Yeah, no, and I'm saying, listen, this
Not
is
an argument.
we're drinking, motherfucker.
We're all
and of course I'm
positively
gonna finish
delegating.
this.
We're all positively delegating.
We're
We
still
are.
having a discussion.
There's two sides of the coin. You know as well as I do
Keeping it on that.
that those motherfuckers were dangerous. You saw the shit we found in those fucking caves. The nerve gas, the agents, everything that we you found when we were there.
I lost my twin brother, so we're not gonna go there.
That's
And I
God
lost my
bless.
brother,
Rest
too.
in
You're not the
peace.
only one that lost family.
Come on. As that's why that 50-50. Come on. This is not the factor on what's happening. God bless. Rest in peace to all family who
Saying
lost.
that. I'm saying.
You know something about it? Everything have a theory. Because if I ask you a question, you know about John F. Kennedy? Presidency, you young. But guess what? When you say, why did John F. Kennedy get assassinated? What comes to your mind? From whatever you heard or whatever knowledge you have. What comes to your mind? And I'm going to tell you facts.
I'm sorry. I'm going to repeat this because it is the answer of tonight.
Would you rather them set up a
Paper,
dirty bomb?
prevention, people and numbers. Go ahead.
The reason John F. Kennedy got
Rather
killed
have them wiped out 2/3
because his brother. When John F. Kennedy got elected, the mob helped him get in. Because you got to realize he had
Numbers. Continue.
he had people. He had
People and numbers.
He had
Continue.
guys like
Now say the names.
when the guy sang blues. Frank Sinatra.
Go ahead.
Well, hold on,
Marilyn
wait, I'll tell you
Monroe.
One thing I always agree with everybody
the guy who they accused of killing.
we shouldn't have been in Iraq. There was no weapons of mass
When-
destruction.
Ever.
They got John F. Kennedy in.
Afghanistan,
The mob.
Okay, no,
to a
listen,
certain extent,
When his brother got in, he stopped prohibition. Prohibition was alcohol. Alcohol was the money.
against you on any of this.
He took prohibition away. It wasn't going to be that way.
And look
Robert
what
F.
we
Kennedy.
drinking.
Robert F. Kennedy was his based on to get all corrupt mobs. So they said, if you kill a head,
would you rather the lie that
once you kill a head, it takes care of everything.
rather the truth
And
terror entirely?
that's why he got assassinated. They made it seem like a conspiracy. He got killed from his brother, Robert, because Robert went after the mob. John F. Kennedy didn't go after the mob. He was for black people. He didn't go after the
It
mob.
was for all.
He was for all, but he didn't go. But he wasn't for that prohibition.
There we go.
And they said, when was it headless snake? You kill a headless snake or whatever, everything falls. And that's what happened. When he got killed, Robert Kennedy left it alone. He was attorney general. He left it alone. See, there's a lot of theories. Like, how many theories that y'all got? I can only listen to y'all because I only hear what they give us. And militaries don't tell us everything. They don't tell us everything. It's just that way.
It's not our business for them to really tell us
Exactly.
everything. Though.
But you know,
if we're
we
into
would like
that
to know.
and we were one of the people running it, then because that's part of our business. If we make that stuff our business, it's not part of
Yeah,
our
exactly,
daily.
yeah, exactly. It's not
What
our
the
daily.
hell
You're
is
right.
our business
Yeah, it's
for?
not. But we ain't.
It's not part of our daily. If we make it part of our daily, then we, you get part of that stuff. You either get riches within giving out the knowledge. Look at the second thing. You either become part of history, Malcolm X, Martin Luther, you feel me? Or you just die, and either your history is left or your family is left. That's it. You understand? With no history or your family to tell it. You see what I'm saying? Those are
Basically, the only ones that can tell it is the one that survives. See, you 30. When you can become 50, you know the history. It's like I know history of shit. I know history. Like I know history because I'm 55.
blessed
You know
and
what I'm saying? I'm
strong.
55. You see what I'm saying? And
And strong.
it wasn't easy to be 55. But when you're younger,
It wasn't easy growing up to be 55.
First of all, I was
for a fact.
spoiled. I had white people was in my family. My godmother was white. I grew up in Harlem. See, Harlem was a whole different scenario than Brooklyn. It wasn't no griminess.
And that's where
It
I'm about to
wasn't,
go
you
now
know,
next.
See,
That's where I'm
Harlem
moving
was,
to.
Harlem was the best. You don't get robbed. You see the way you jewelry. It ain't like that. Brooklyn is grimy. I live in Brooklyn, but I'm not. Like I tell the nigga, no, I'm from Harlem. I keep it physical. Nigga, I'm from Harlem. It is what it is. I'm from Harlem. All right, I'm in Brooklyn.
Yo,
They
let's
give